Hey friends, so I thought I would do a quick video about, I know I share with a lot of people that I do something called Nordic walking, and it's Sunday, and I already did my walk. I'm at my local sort of university cinder track, which goes around one of the walls of the university, and it's roundabout. Rumor is it's a mile and a half. The markers are different at different places, and all the websites say different things. Um, Sorry, I keep looking around. I'm very hyper aware. I live in a city, and I don't need to be uh, super distracted by making a video and then get like mugged or whatever that could possibly happen. So I wanted to share with you what my Nordic walking sticks were. So I'm doing a quick little video here. So they look like this. At the end, they have this sort of shoe-like stubby thing. When you have it on correctly, they have these clips on these gloves. So it literally clips in. And then what's going to end up happening is you have to go ahead and Velcro those in. So then the stick doesn't really necessarily move from your hand. So the good thing about that is, since I have MS, I have a tendency to get the dropsies, so I drop a lot of things all the time. So there are different types of Nordic poles. I like these. They're from, I believe, the York Nordic Pole Company. And the good thing is that since they attach to me, if I do have a day where I kind of have the dropsies, it's fine. The cool thing about these, and a lot of them have this, but they don't all have the weird sort of shoe-like bottom. But when I'm here, or somewhere that's outside that has like a cinder, I take off the bottoms. So you take these off. And usually I have my bag with me, so I usually just toss them in my bag and take those off. And then at the bottom, they kind of look like just regular trekking poles. So that works out a bit better for if you're somewhere where there's dirt or grass or gravel, or if you're legitimately using them for hiking. So the difference being is that when you're using trekking poles, like out in on the trail, like if you're going hiking, your trekking poles are usually much higher, so they're usually like out in front of you. Out in front of you, sort of like this, and you with these, they have to be where your elbow is at a 90-degree angle. So there's a 90-degree angle. There's just a beagle that came and said hi. So you want to keep them like this. So essentially, it's kind of like, and some people who grew up in the 80s and early 90s will remember the Nordic Trek ski machine. You know, all of us had like one friend's dad who had it in the basement or somewhere, and it was like, you did this. It was supposed to be like cross-country skiing. So this is sort of the same sort of aspect to that. This actually came about from sort of Nordic-type countries like Germany and Switzerland, places like that, where people wanted an alternative to I guess sort of skiing and cross-country skiing during the warmer months. And this still keeps the basic movement of it. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there a little bit. I'm going to show you what you do to sort of get started. And I'm not entirely sure where you guys can see me. I'm going to see right about here-ish. So you want to keep the poles slanted down. Once you start walking, it's a very natural back and forth. So the difference is that you're pushing off on the back here, And then once you're pushing from the front. Once you get towards the back, you're kind of letting go. So that's one of the main reasons also for having the gloves, is because you're supposed to, and I can only do it with one hand right now because I'm not an expert, is when I sort of come up and I grab to push off to give myself momentum, I can let go a little bit and then drag that back up. So one of the things I had done was I had researched other ways to get cardio because I couldn't run. And a lot of people sort of in other countries talked about Nordic walking. Some people call it pole walking also, which I don't know why that makes me giggle. I don't know. It sounds like pole dancer, and I don't like it. But also, those poles don't have like attachments like this. They're just like, they have this like weird lip at the end, and they're stupid expensive, like for no reason whatsoever. So that being said, I went with these. You can also use just regular hiking poles. A lot of the hiking poles have that strap that goes around. You just have to adjust it so you're at 90 degrees. So why did I pick this? One, it takes a lot of the stress off of my joints. And supposedly the numbers are as follows. That when you're doing Nordic walking compared to regular walking, that you're using 90% more of the muscles. So you're getting more of a workout. I do have to say, the first time I did it, I was struggling really, really bad, and it was a workout. It was a workout. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal because I was walking, and I was a runner, and I thought this will be easy. But it was definitely, it had the feel of cross-country skiing. Sorry, I'm near a road, so it kind of had that feel of cross-country skiing or like snowshoeing, if you've ever done that. So it took kind of a lot out of me. But it was a really good workout. I currently do this like 4 to 5 times a week. The cool thing is I can walk wherever I want to walk, and I technically have my canes with me. So when I'm doing the walking on asphalt, which is what I'm going to be doing soon to get home, is I put the little booties on. These don't really necessarily work well with going on the grass and the gravel because they slip. And what I've also noticed is that I just got these not too long ago, and I don't know if I'm just using them a whole big bunch, but the tread is kind of starting to disappear because I do more sidewalk walking than I do at the trail here, only because on Sundays I have more time, and on the weekdays I'm kind of using my lunch break at work, and I only get a half-hour lunch break, so I have to get it done sort of near the house, and I literally just walk out the door and kind of do a half-hour loops around the blocks, and then get back to punching for work. But so I wanted to share that with you. I am gonna do another part to this video, just giving a little bit of a history of Nordic walking, some resources for you guys if you want to get into it. I was really surprised that my PTs and stuff didn't really know about it. My one PT who was doing my aqua therapy was super excited to hear about it. I said, well, evidently it's really big in the UK right now. PTs are sort of prescribing it to people to help them with if they have bad knees, bad hips, if they're recovering from those surgeries, or they just need a lower impact way of working out. There are Nordic track, that's the machine, Nordic pole, Nordic walking races. They're not really big in America. It's more in other countries, but in general, 5Ks don't frown upon you using poles, so that's a plus. So that might be something that I do once I get back into it. But I am going to do a part 2 to this, just to give you a quick sort of background of it, get you some resources. I'll put in some of those spots, so sites from the UK and things like that, so that way you can see how people are using this to help with osteoarthritis specifically, and using it to sort of get back into shape from those surgeries, and also just to build up strength from those surgeries. So I will holler at you guys later. Bye.